Hi, this is Islamic Dad here. Today I'm going to do a video on an additional model to kind of have a different perspective on the narcissist and narcissism. I find these useful because it seems like none of them are perfect, and each one gives a different insight into the disorder and kind of what's going on and what to expect. If you enjoy these videos or find them useful, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So the model that I'm going to talk about is, I guess I just call it emptiness. And it's one I just, stumbled upon. But, as I thought more about it, it just kind of works, as odd as it sounds. So the idea is that with the narcissist, that they're basically an empty shell. There is no self underneath. And I know that like a lot of other models talk about like, the false self and, the hidden self or the true self that's been, kind of submerged and protected. But this is a little bit different. It's just basically saying there's just an empty hole. And what happens is that you have the narcissist will go through life with what can just be described as behaviors. And so, for example, you might have like the love bombing phase and, the honeymoon period. And then you have the tipping point where that changes and the narcissist starts devaluing the target. And the thing is, like, that's very difficult for normal people to understand and kind of, have some sort of empathy or, understanding from that level. And so if you look at it, that the narcissist is just empty, it's just a change in behavior. So you have the love bombing behavior, and then it switches to a discard behavior, and inside there's no change. And that's why I think that if you were to say, track that period of time from the switch between the two, and say actually, identify it, realize it, and then confront the narcissist and just say, hey, what's going on here? Last week you were talking about how we were star-crossed lovers, that we were, meant to, meet each other, that the universe conspired to bring us together. And this week you've been kind of distant and kind of disconnected, and I haven't heard you talk like that. What's going on? The narcissist would look you dead in the eyes and just say, nothing's changed. I'm me. I'm still the same person, and whatever you're talking about, that's on you, because I am just the same person. And the thing is, it's one of those things where, like, if you put the narcissist on a lie detector test, they would pass. That's the thing that, I think even for a lot of people that watch my videos don't quite understand, is that when the narcissist lies, they believe to a large extent their lies. And if you were to put them on a lie detector test, they would pass with flying colors. And this model of the narcissist just being empty with these behaviors, these patterns that they kind of go through, kind of matches up with that really well. Same thing if the narcissist, I know for me, even through the devalue phase, it was a freaking roller coaster for 2 or 3 years. I mean, it was horrible. Waking up every day, I never knew which partner I was going to get. Was I going to get the girlfriend who couldn't keep her arms off me, who wanted to talk about our honeymoon? Or was I going to get the girlfriend who wouldn't say I love you until 10 o'clock at night before she goes to bed? And, and being on that roller coaster was horrible. But I mean, again, like to this model, the narcissist just has these behaviors that just, kind of, obviously they're exerting them, but it's almost like the narcissist is along for the ride, and that they are just this empty shell, and there's this part of them that is driving these behaviors. Let's just call it, say like it's the personality disorder, but it's, something separate from their identity, and they're just being pulled along, and not really having any control or agency in directing their own life, to the point, like maybe from like day to day, they're just, they're empty. They wake up in the morning and they just, open their eyes, and they don't know necessarily what they want to do, who they want to be for that day. If they're in a relationship, they may not know if they want to be connected and loving, or if they want to be distant and disconnected, or and looking for their next supply. They just kind of are this empty shell, and the disorder decides for them and pulls them along through the day, through the week, through the year. And again, I just it's a kind of a strange concept, but in that respect, it kind of fits. And I know that, like, I talk about my covert narcissist ex-girlfriend, much more so because she's more recent. But this model matches very much my malignant narcissist ex-wife, where, and again, this is something that you can kind of match to experiences in your own life. But she, one day she would be in full combat mode, just arguing about everything, sabotaging everything. And then the next day, she might come over with a present for me, and just be really congenial, and just say, hey, I got this for you. I thought it would be nice in your place and stuff like that. And if I said, hey, I'm tonight, if you're not doing anything, let's watch this movie, and she would say, yeah, that'd be great. And we just watch the movie and enjoy it. And, that would be, fun. I mean, she was obviously enjoying herself that day, watching the movie and stuff. And then the next day would be right back into combat mode. And I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh, well, she was manipulating you. She was, playing the puppet master and trying to control you and keep you off balance. I don't think so. I don't think narcissists are as intelligent and strategic as people make them out to be. I think they're just kind of, again, and this model points out, they're just kind of along for the ride. And they don't necessarily choose or control these things that they do. I mean, it's almost like, imagine if every day you wake up and you're triggered by something, and that impacts your behavior for the rest of the day, either positively or negatively, or, to different aspects. You don't necessarily have control over that. And I think maybe that's close in a weird way to how narcissists act in the world. It's just, their behavior is so erratic. It's almost like they're just running on pure instinct. Like they're just everything is a trigger for them. And again, the reason I'm saying this, because I know the other half of the people are like, no, duh, we know that, tell me something I don't know. But the thing is, like, I just want to repeat that and make it clear, because I know a lot of people are like, no, the narcissist is an evil mastermind, like Dr. Moriarty, in the Sherlock Holmes novels, and he's got his evil plans that he's been, mapping out for years and years. And it's like, no, I mean, a lot of these narcissists, probably have trouble paying, filling out a 1040, every year to file their taxes. I really seriously doubt that all these, narcissists who can't drive a stick shift or something like that are at home, planning out how they're going to manipulate you over the next 3 years. I don't believe it for a second. And so it's very bizarre to me that type of perception of the narcissist as evil mastermind just persists. I mean, I would think by now people would realize that's not accurate at all. So that's it. I mean, I wanted to do a video on, another model of kind of categorizing, approaching, and systematizing, thinking about narcissism and the narcissist, and just kind of talk about this model of the emptiness, just this hollow shell, and then these behaviors that happen and just kind of drag the narcissist along. And that's one of the reasons why when you ask the narcissist, they'll look you dead in the eye and say, I haven't changed. I'm the same person I was yesterday, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I haven't changed at all. And look you dead in the eye and be sincere and be truthful, because in their experience of the world, it's true. They're empty today. They were empty last week. They were empty last year. That's their experience, and it's completely separate from their behavior. So hopefully this video has been helpful, and if not helpful, at least entertaining. Bye.